There's truth and there's perceived truth. They aren't always the same thing. The perceived truth is seen through the eyes of our filters, and those are often based on complete and total misunderstandings. And many of them were developed in the first 7 years of our life. So, a lot of times, for example, in intimate relationships, when you start to feel vulnerable and open, people will often throw up a wall and they think what they're doing is going to keep them safe, and they often blame it on the other person. It can lead to major trouble in your relationships with your partner, with your family of origin, with friends, spouses, lovers. It can lead to trouble in countries and in nations. We respond based on these feelings of insecurities and our perceptions that often aren't even the truth, but they are what we've been taught to believe. Where do you feel vulnerable? Like you need to throw up the wall? Where do you feel vulnerable, like someone else's needs to change so you can feel safe? Where do you feel like you're the victim? What is your perception of your current experience of life? Where do you throw up walls? Ultimately, you create your own safety. And yet we often want someone else to do that for us. I see it all the times with clients. They get stuck in their childhood where they didn't feel safe and they were never able to emotionally mature beyond the, it's not my fault, and I'm going to manipulate you into liking me so I feel safe and chosen. That internal war becomes an external war because it's a mirror universe. You put out into the world what it is that you inherently believe, feel, and perceive in your internal world. So take a deep breath, using your breath to sink into every cell of your body. And so make the request. I now ask to see my life in truth. I fully ask to open up to understanding my actions, my inactions, my thoughts, my beliefs. I want to know what I'm doing and why I'm doing it in awareness so that I can make new choices that I never knew were even an option. When you begin to see things in truth, it takes the pressure off of your ego to perform out of its disconnect, out of its ignorance. Look at your stories, look at your perceptions. What is your story of life? Name a block that you're currently experiencing. And I guarantee you there's a misperception there. You're perceiving someone else as wrong, even though they may be living out of shit consciousness. They may be projecting all of their fears on you and focusing it on you. And even though it feels super personal, I guarantee you it's not even remotely personal. So take a deep breath, using your breath to sink into every cell of your body. And one more time. I now ask to move beyond the current limitations of my mind so that I can better navigate family drama, misperceptions, as I open more and more to seeing and understanding. When I am in conflict with someone else, that means I'm in conflict with myself. This is a superpower for you. This is life-altering and life-changing in the best way possible. And when you do your work, to face the misunderstandings, to release the held trauma that's often unknowingly stored in your body, it's a win-win because you get to have a completely new experience even when nothing on the outside changes.